if for some reason someone is not an anime fan, I'm 80% convinced that they haven't found the anime for them, or maybe their first impression of anime was not a good one. Hey everyone, welcome if you're new, welcome back if you're returning. Here at Anime and Beyond, everyone is welcome and we try to get into everything and anything. So let's get started with 9 anime that are perfect for beginners. Number 1, Magi. Now I have also heard it pronounced Magi as well, so I'm not sure if that's a Japanese thing versus an English thing, but this is perfect because it's easy to get into. It starts off as simplistic, not to mention the fights and the comedy, they're both peak. And for those that are unaware of what Magi is about, it's basically about this young boy named Aladdin who has this companion named Alibaba, and they go on adventures together, conquering dungeons and harnessing magic. I mean, this series is severely underrated. Number 2, Naruto.
If you ever lay a hand on my sensei, I'll kill you!
Now, not only is this anime a classic and it's popular, but similar to Magi, it's very easy to get into. Like from the first episode, you're pretty much hooked in. The whole plot behind it is probably what makes it appealing, because you have this young kid who has this demon fox inside of him from birth, and his own village basically rejects him. But Naruto, the main character, he doesn't let that stop him, and he still has a pretty big dream. I personally find Naruto to be very inspiring, even as an adult, even as a person that's been watching anime for a while. So I'm definitely confident that this belongs on a list. Number 3, Demon Slayer.
Come on, Nezuko, I've got you. Don't die on me. No matter what it takes, I'll save you.
Now, I know a lot of people probably think Demon Slayer is overrated, and they think the animation carries it, and that's the only reason why people like it. Personally, I don't agree with that, but I do think it is a great starter anime for someone just getting into the world of anime. Everything on this list is going to be something I think is easy to get into, and I think that is key for introducing someone into the world of anime. Not to mention, it really doesn't have that many episodes, at least compared to Naruto, so I think that could also make it pretty appealing as well, as it wouldn't be that big of a commitment. It is also a very wholesome anime, as Demon Slayer follows this young guy named Tanjiro, who basically becomes a Demon Slayer after losing most of his family and needing to find a cure for his sister, as she was the only one that survived the attack. Number 4, My Hero Academia. With MHA, you follow this boy who was born into a world without superpowers, also known as a quirk in this world.
You don't stand a chance without a quirk, Deku.
Which is a pretty big deal, given that having a quirk or having superpowers is pretty normalized in this world. Aside from the toxicity that this fan base is known to carry, which may or may not be overwhelming to someone that's new to anime, I do think this is a great starter anime because superpowers and superheroes has been talked about for years and years. So it's very interesting to see that incorporated into an anime. Plus, I've had a lot of luck recommending this to people who are new to anime, and they come back and get more recommendations. Number 5, Dragon Ball Z.
What are you?
I am the hope of the universe. I am the answer to all living things that cry out for peace.
And I put this one on here because it is a classic, and it got a lot of people, just like myself, into anime. I don't know about others, but I actually watched Dragon Ball Z first and then went back and watched Dragon Ball. But with Dragon Ball Z, it's a continuation of Dragon Ball and Goku's adventures, and in Dragon Ball Z, you get to see him fight against threats and other aliens, as Goku is an alien himself, given that he was sent to Earth as an infant, so he wouldn't be destroyed along with his birth planet. Oh, and there's also mystical orange balls that can grant you any wish. As for the number 6 spot, we have Attack on Titan.
Hit it from every angle!
For my brothers! For humanity!
Now, similar to Demon Slayer, a lot of people feel like Attack on Titan is overhyped, overrated, But the great part about Attack on Titan is it starts off pretty simplistic and gradually gets more complex. It is truly a masterpiece with twists and turns, and it's done in a way to where it's not overwhelming, so I do think it would be great for a beginner. For those of you that are not aware, Attack on Titan follows this young guy named Eren Yeager who seeks revenge on these things called Titans, because not only did he lose someone important to him because of the Titans, but the Titans are also what's keeping them confined within these walls. So he starts his revenge-based journey and vows to eradicate all Titans.
Kill them all. Every last one.
Number 7, JJK. Now, Jujutsu Kaisen has a lot of action, and I think that's something that'll keep people drawn in.
Since my student's watching, I think I'll show off a little. Yeah.
Is he unbelievably fast? No, that's not it.
Like, there is never a dull moment with this series, and I think that makes it even more appealing and easy to stay into. There's also not that many episodes out, at least not right now, so I think that also makes it appealing. This is a series I can see someone binging and being addicted to it because it's that good. And it's also a bit darker, which I tend to like personally, and all of the characters are pretty much likable. As for the plot of JJK, we follow this high school student named Yuji Itadori. He joins this organization of Jujutsu sorcerers after becoming the host of this powerful curse named Sukuna, who definitely does not make his life easy whatsoever. While it's not complete, in the number 8 spot, Hunter x Hunter. I'd argue that this is pretty much a classic. It's very popular despite it being incomplete. And it follows this young boy named Gon who goes on this journey to become a hunter and find his father. Now, I'll be honest and say that this took me a little bit of time to get into, but it was definitely worth it, and I can see it being worth it for someone else. So that's personally why I put it on the list. Not only that, but I mistakenly thought this anime would be childish, but I was quick to see just how wrong I was.
Do you want to do this?
Do this? You have the wrong idea. See, you're about to be on the wrong side of a one-sided massacre. I don't care about the exam or reducing my sentence.
And maybe for other people, like it was for me, this could kind of be a game changer or a mentality changer, and possibly even a lesson to not judge an anime by its cover. Coming in the 9th spot, our last spot, Inuyasha.
How could I thought?
This anime is a classic, and it's simplistic and easy to get into, so I do think this should be on everyone's list, whether you're seasoned or unseasoned when it comes to anime. Also, Inuyasha is not your typical happy-go-lucky MC, and I like that about him a lot, and I personally feel like that makes him more unique and stand out a lot more. It's also pretty interesting to me, as I love feudal Japan, at least in anime, and it has to do with time travel. So with this anime, we have this teenage girl named Kagome, who periodically travels back and forth between her time, the present time, and feudal Japan, where she meets this young half-demon, Inuyasha, to find jewel shards. Anyway, that's all I have for now. I wanted to add so many more things to this list, but I chose the 9 that kind of stood out to me the most. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this list. Also, check out some of the honorable mentions that I have in the description down below. And please feel free to leave some of your own recommendations down below in the comments. As always, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all of your support. SierraNovaa is out.